It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next is the Texans' burner at wide receiver. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Texans and the Colts under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 24-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 73 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down now, Chisholm. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Foster. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
He may go back to the home and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Chisholm. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Hurts. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Play action. Stroud now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Chisholm. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they're going to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They go play action with Hurts. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Chisholm. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach? And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Hurts throw complete to Foster. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up?
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
At the 35-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hampton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 3rd and 4. Now Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hampton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And that is no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chisholm. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on fourth, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. 98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Chisholm. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's got it. This is Ware. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and 1. Stroud. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, it looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Here goes Stroud again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punt.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa. A big test for the Bucs at home, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Then later, they'll let the humidity die down just a bit in Jacksonville. A late start, where it'll be the Jaguars taking on the LA Chargers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Carolina Panthers and the LA Rams. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. That's complete to Dell. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 32-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And Stroud now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The throwing again is Stroud. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Robertson. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. That time, a 9-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Got his man down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 55 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Up the middle they go. Chisholm. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 48-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought down at the 31. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Stroud off the play fake.
Quick hitter here. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Stroud sets up the play action.
Is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. The solid stiff arm. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st down, Houston.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
One back and hit behind the line. He lost has the football. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He finds his man complete. That's Brewer. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Brewer. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The try here for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.